Okay, hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Thirsty Thursday call at thirstythursdaycall.com. This is Wayne Eulery, the host of the call tonight, and I'm glad to have you. Tonight I'm broadcasting live from Plano, Texas. It's exciting. I've been here working with my team since yesterday, and we just had a mini open here tonight, and had a room full of people. Actually, we're still finishing it up. And Heather, my new silver executive in the business, is finishing things up. So we are ready to have an awesome call for you tonight. I called this call the Silver Lining simply because we have 3 silvers going to be speaking on the call tonight. How exciting is that? And all of them are brand new silvers in the business. So listen, if you are new to the Thirsty Thursday call, this is your first time on the call, I want to really just say, hey, welcome to the call. And I want you to know that you really need to, if you're a guest, you really need to get with the person who sent you here to learn more detail about maybe the products or the opportunity, the community, or so on and so forth. This call really celebrates the success of the people in the business. It also gets a little bit in-depth in where they came from, what they were doing before they got involved with Monavie, maybe how they hit a certain level of success, and how it's, given them a more meaningful life and so on and so forth. So my hope is that on this call you'll see that we are a community that believes in helping others, and I fully believe that most people really don't care what it is that you know until they know that you care. And that's one thing about anybody who's a serious business builder or active distributor or even user of Monavie products is that we care for people. We care for their health. We care for their wealth. And we care for the whole package, spiritually, physically, financially, everything. It's a lifestyle here at Monavie. And I heard that message said a lot of times when I first got started. And I was so focused on just making money and helping a few people get healthy that the whole lifestyle thing didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And now 5 years later, I see 100% what it means that with Monavie, we do have a happier, healthier, more prosperous lifestyle. And you, too, can have that with us here. If you're new to Thirsty Thursday and you'd like to get connected with our Thirsty Thursday group on Facebook and other connections through the social media airways, all you have to do is take out your cell phone. You're going to send a text message here. It's really simple. All you do is you send the word Thursday to the number 50500. That's right, just the word Thursday to the number 50500. When you do that, you'll get one message back. You won't get spammed. I won't send you any other messages. And that will give you some links to our Facebook group on Facebook and a few other things. If you are a Twitter user, you're going to want to follow Monavie Family, or the hashtag TTMV, as in Thirsty Thursday Monavie, and there's a lot of chatter that goes on there. Also, make sure you obviously follow Monavie, the company, and even Steve and Gina Merritt, which I know their tag is SG Merritt. Okay, so there you have it. Those are a few intros for you. We got a lot of exciting things going on with different promotions being expanded. We have the iPad promotion being expanded and added to. If you missed the organizational call, you're definitely going to want to connect with your upline or even listen to the call at monavie.com to get those details, because there are a lot of exciting things going on in the world of Monavie. Okay, and I have some exciting news to announce a little bit later on the call. And so hang in there, and we're going to get to that just in a little bit here. So we have, like I said, a bunch of silvers on the call tonight, 3 silvers on the call. And just if you have a couple of minutes, go out and send some text messages out, or maybe a message on Facebook or Twitter or whatever you use, and get your team on here. Get some people on here, because they're going to want to hear what people are talking about. Okay, here we go.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Okay, everybody, so we're ready to get started with our first speakers of the night. And our first speakers are going to be Ron and Judy Hannon from Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada, and I'm excited to have them on the call. This is like our silver lining call tonight. I mean, everybody speaking on this call tonight are brand new silver executives in the business. And for those of you who don't know, the average income for a silver executive is around $30,000 a year. Not too shabby. And so our first callers, or our first speakers, I should say, are going to be Ron. And Judy's not able to be with us tonight, but we got Ron on the phone. And I'm going to take a little bit of time just to find out, Ron's story. His story is new to me. It's new to everybody. They've only been involved in the business of Monavie for 3 weeks. How exciting is that? 3 weeks to silver. So, hey, Ron, are you there, buddy?
I am.
Oh, fantastic. You're coming through good. You sound great.
Awesome.
Ron, tell us, welcome to the call. Welcome to the Thirsty Thursday call. And tell us just a little bit, Ron, if you would, real quick, about what you do. What were you doing 4 weeks ago, before Monavie came into your life? What do you do for work? You told me a little bit about yourself. Just take a few minutes and tell people a little bit about what your and Judy's lifestyle is like.
Well, our lifestyle, for the most part, is pretty busy. My wife, she's a stay-home mom. Due to some health issues and such, we choose that she didn't work, so it would make life a little easier for her. And myself, I do everything else when it comes to that. I work at an oil industry here in Alberta, and my recreational activity for outside of my work life is myself and actually one of my brothers in the Monavie business, Larry Aldenbach. He and I are in a rock band together that we do it for a bit of fun, and as well as I'm an electrician by trade, so I do little side jobs to help out people whenever I possibly can.
Gotcha. So you're in the oil business, you're in a rock band, and you do side work, electrical work, so you keep pretty busy.
Very busy.
Okay, well, tell us now how 3 weeks ago you got into Monavie, obviously through Larry, is that right?
Yes, it was through Larry, yes. Well,
so tell us a little. This is cool because we just had Larry. So tell us, Larry, on the call. Tell us how did it go down? What did he do? How did you first get involved with even looking at or experiencing Monavie?
Well, to be quite fair about it, Larry's been on my case for well over a year, and
okay.
Ever since he started into the business, this is way back in May of last year. He's told me, he said, listen, I want to share this with you because, like, myself and Larry were almost like brothers. We help each other out. We're with each other quite a bit of time and stuff like that, and we're really good friends. And all he wanted to do is he wanted to share the juice to make my life a little bit better because I did have some health issues. And last May I had a heart attack, and from there forth, he was very concerned regarding my health. So, and my wife, she suffers with rheumatoid arthritis, so he knew that this juice would be able to help her in the long run as well. So that's about a year ago is when he started introducing the juice to me, but I was really stubborn and playing the devil's advocate and everything else. I didn't even chomp at the bit. Right up until really February, my wife started drinking the juice, and she was drinking it for probably about 2 months, and the incredible difference I've seen with that woman is unreal. Last year we had a friend of ours, a high school friend, that came up to visit last April, and my wife had to spend 3/4 of the time in bed because she couldn't get up out of bed when she was too sick. And this year, just last weekend actually, when myself and Larry and our other band members, we were playing a show, my wife was up dancing and twisting around with one of our band members' wives on the dance floor, and no pain whatsoever. This stuff is amazing.
Wow. Well, and I always said, the nuggets can be found in a person's story. And so I kind of want to take what you just shared and dissect it a little bit, if you don't mind. You
Absolutely.
said that you were really stubborn and that you played the devil's advocate. You didn't chomp at the bit. And then you went on to say how your wife started taking the product back in February. So I want to hear what happened there. Okay, you were so stubborn. So what happened? Was there a shift? It sounds like someone might have said, okay, you know what, forget Ron, he's stubborn. let's go to Judy. And I don't know if I'm just feeding the story or what, but how did that happen? Like, why wasn't Judy trying the product a year ago? I want to hear that because people are in this business. We deal with this, stubborn people. We deal with people who, don't have an open mind about things. And your story has a story, actually Larry's story too, has a story of persistence here. Larry was persistent with you, I got to imagine. So what was the shift? What happened that finally got Judy to try the product?
Well, to be fair about it, Wayne, what happened was Judy knew about Monavie for quite some time. She knew that the juice was good. She knew about all the berries and the extractors inside of it and all the goodness that's there and all the time and efforts that went in by the scientists, by the doctors. She knew all this stuff. She'd been trying to pump it into me for a long time. I looked at the financial side of it. It was a lot of money to be able to invest at that point in time. But there comes a point in time, too, where you got to say, okay, what's more better gain for me? Is it my health is better gain, or is it just to coat the pocket a little more thicker inside with money? And I looked at it and said, I'm not getting any younger. My family is not getting any younger. I now have a granddaughter and a grandson coming on the way. I want to be around for those guys. The best way to do it, after having a heart attack, and then in February, I neglect to tell you that, but in February, one of my stents moved and created me to have another heart attack. So I had two in less than a year. And I've had aches and pains and all that stuff that just getting old. And I mean, well, now I'm only 45. However, I'm getting old. So I just watching everything that happened and everything else, and then seeing what Judy done. But Judy didn't, she tried Monavie back a while back and knew about it years ago. However, she tried this other stuff. I don't know if I should say it or no, but it was another product that was, supposed to have the same effects on the body. But it is nasty to drink. You have to mix it. You have to do all fun stuff with it. But it's nasty, and you almost got to plug your nose to drink it. But it's supposed to be good. But anyway, this stuff didn't work for Judy at all. Obviously not, because she would be still drinking it. So when she started drinking this here Monavie juice on a regular basis, because with the medication that she takes for arthritis, she has no immune system. So with the MX, it helps boost her immune system to whatever she has left, which she needs. And this alone now is a godsend, right? So this is where we're at.
Awesome. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. So now what I want to know is 3 weeks and you went silver. Okay. Now, you go from being stubborn, I don't want to have anything to do with it, to in 3 weeks going silver. That's pretty impressive. I mean, that's not something everybody does every day in Monavie. So tell us, what were your last 3 weeks like? What happened? How did you go silver?
Well, my wife said to me, she says, because Monavie had opened up and said that you can buy, you can just get on the auto ship and get so much PV coming through, and then you buy a kit afterwards if you want. So I came into a little bit of extra cash, and I said to Judy, do you want a senior kit? And she says, well, that would be the right thing to do. I said, okay, you're already on, I can't even remember how many PV volumes she had purchased, but it was, whatever it was 200 or 300 PV. And then I said, well, just as well to go for broke. And she says, sure. Judy done all this work. To be quite honest, I just sat back and just supported her in the back rows. Larry is another person that helped her out. Larry and Jen, they're fantastic folks when it comes to be able to supporting people who they help in the business. Very good people. And we have people lined up, and we got people that's ready to chomp at the bit now. We just got to make sure that they're ready to do it. We're not forcing somebody to go do something that they'll regret later. You'll join when you're ready to join. But when you'll join for the right reasons, and you'll stay with it. That's what we look at.
Gotcha. So Judy gets a senior kit and just starts sharing the product.
Just giving it.
And Larry and Judy start helping him out, and wow. So as soon as you guys decide to do the business, 3 weeks later you go silver.
Yes.
That's a great story. That's a fantastic story.
And we're not stopping.
Yeah, you're not stopping. No. Next stop is gold. Next stop is gold.
Just
and I love the story because this call, we do, it's for distributors, but it's also for, new people that might be listening for the first time. And my hope always has been for this call is to give people hope. And I think for those of us that are longtime distributors who've been involved with Monavie for a while, we need to hear the story and see where the nuggets are in it. And it is the persistence and timing. Timing seemed to be better for you a year later after Larry first started talking to you. And so my advice then to anybody on the call is, there might be someone you started telling this to a year ago or more, and you might have given up on them. But you know what? Don't give up on people. Go back to them. We got a scanner now. How do you like the scanner? Are you guys using the scanner out there?
Well, Larry has a scanner, and I've been only into the juice basically for about 3 weeks, and I don't think I have changed. Oh, I'm to be quite honest, I've had the little aches and pains that I've had before I started, and those aches and pains are gone. And I don't know yet what it is because I haven't done anything different other than drink the juice.
Wow. So you're feeling better now.
Oh, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, a lot more energy too. A lot more.
Oh,
energy.
that's so.
And with a busy lifestyle, I need the energy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, you know what? It's such a great story. I'm glad that you guys came on the call, or that you came on the call and shared. And we're looking forward to next time. We're going to hear from Judy.
Absolutely. It's unfortunate that Judy couldn't make it right now, but okay. I can safely say that she'll be there for the next one.
That sounds great. Hey, Ron, thank you so much for coming on the call, my friend.
Thanks, Wayne, for having us.
Okay, you have a good night.
Take care.
Wow. I mean, I just love that story. And now, guys, listen, not everybody is going silver, in a 3-week time. Okay. And also what I like about what he just shared there was that, he doesn't have a scanner yet. Larry's got the scanner. And you know what? Here's the thing, guys. We want everybody to have every tool and everything to get this thing going. And sometimes we just need to meet people where they're at, And tonight, we did our meeting, and we had, people taking a look at all different aspects of our opportunities for health and wealth. So thank you, guys. That was awesome. So listen, our next caller that I'm going to have on with us is Mauricio Santos from Las Vegas, Nevada, a member of my team. Really excited to have him on the call. He just went silver recently, and I know he was over in Brazil at their regional meeting there. A lot of his business has been building in Brazil as well as Las Vegas. So, Mauricio, are you there, my friend?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Mauricio, congratulations, my friend, on hitting silver. Welcome to the call.
Well, it's my pleasure and my honor to be on the call. Thank you very much for having me, Wayne.
You got it, my friend. So tell us, just real quick, what were you doing before Monavie came into your life? Tell us a little bit about Mauricio and what life was like just prior to Monavie.
All right. So for 14 years, I was in the cleaning industry, and I was working. I was 24/7 on my business, and full of employee and all kinds of problems. Then a self-employed can imagine having. I was having that, and then I was able to sell my business 4 months ago. And then when I make a decision to follow my dreams.
Wow, that's awesome. And I understand you're from Brazil originally. Is that correct?
Yes, you can see my accent. I'm originally from Brazil. Yeah. So and then I've been living in the United States since '85.
Since 1985. Yeah, I love your accent. I could listen to you talk about anything.
Thank you.
Tell us, you went to Anaheim and that you went and got a scanner. How has the scanner been working for you? How has the business been for you? Tell us about going to silver. I just asked you a bunch of things right there, and I know you've been over in Brazil building. Tell us what's been going on in your business.
Yes, matter of fact, when I came back with my scanner, I started scanning people here in Vegas. But I didn't have that much time because when I sold my business, I went to the convention to get my scanner, and then And then I was here for only 2 weeks, I think, before I made a decision to go to Brazil. Because even though then I've been living here in Vegas for so long, I thought that then I can accelerate the process of my business going down in Brazil, because I used to talk with a lot of people over the Facebook, and then they were seeing me watching me over doing the Monavie for so long. And then I said, and then everybody was keeping saying, when you come down in Brazil, I want to look at the business. And then I thought it was a great opportunity for me to reach the point that I could get the financial, not freedom, but I start getting a financial freedom with Monavie down in Brazil. And I made a decision to go to the convention in Brazil about 4 months ago. And then where I was able to see how Brazil is a hot market right now, because there's a lot of people get involved on the business, because it's a new on the culture in Brazil. People, they don't know that much about the network marketing. And then it's been only for, I think, the last 11 years, I think it started the network marketing in Brazil. And then now you can see 80% of the people on the convention in Brazil, about 8,000 people there, 80% was just young people on the age between 20 to 30. And then I just it was crazy. And I said, well, I want a piece of the pie. And then I got my tickets. My wife, she always supporting me, to follow my dreams. And then that's where it happened. I was walking in the street with no cars, traveling in the buses and all kinds of stuff, to follow my dream. That's the truth.
Wow. That's awesome. And, I hear you talk about this age range of the 20 to 30-year-old. And, I just was reading some statistics how in the U.S., 30 years and under, 54% of them are unemployed right now. And that of the 3 million college graduates this year, 2.7 million of them are getting ready to go back. They're going straight home to work to live with mom and dad. And so what's interesting is that demographic in this country is hurting. It's really looking for something more for life, as well as our baby boomer generations here in the United States. So it's awesome to hear about what's going on in Brazil. Tell us a little bit about what you see in Vegas.
Well, Vegas, it's an open market right now. I believe I got over 2 million people just for me here. And
yeah.
and then I probably need a little help here to grow the business. And then I only have one more trip to go to Brazil before August, before the convention in Salt Lake City. Then I'll be there for sure, and then I want to be there for free. So that's why I'm running. For a goal. So I can be in the convention for free. So I got one more trip to Brazil, and then soon when I come back, I'm going to focus in Vegas because it's totally open. So I know quite a few people. Then I already have contacted with a few people. There are people that want to grow this business here with me. Yeah. So that's what I want to do in Vegas. I want to be the Brazilian Black Diamond in Las Vegas for sure.
There you go. And we have some goals set so I can head out there to Vegas and help you build that team. I'm right here in Texas right now working with Heather, and I can't wait to head out to Vegas to work with you too, my friend. So
That'll
tell
be
me,
awesome.
how has Monavie given you a more meaningful life, other than maybe health and wealth? I mean, tell us a little bit about what you've seen in the community. You said you were a business owner for 14 years. In cleaning, I'm sure there was a community involved with that. What kind of a community have you found here at Monavie?
Well, Wayne, it's one of those things. Then I really wish then we can people they can really understand when you talk about being a part of a company like Monavie. Monavie for me is it's not only gave me a hope of a different life for my family and my whole family, and I really the life that I was living being in the traditional business was a really tough life, because everything is so stressed, And then when I look at the Monavie, the opportunity of Monavie, really changed my life because I became a totally different person, since when I sold my business. And, even though the time that I was with my business, and then I had a lot of chance to travel to California for meetings and all kinds of stuff, and then I could participate, and be a witness of people changing lives, and when you are in an environment of Monavie, so you don't see stressed people, people, they're not stressed, people, they smiling, they having fun, doing their work and pursue the dreams. And then for me, Monavie just changed my life because now I can really feel like, that I'm helping people, to change their lives and give them a hope just like I got, So Monavie for me, helps me to be a better father, a better husband, and a better friend, because for your personal growth, it's incredible, So I never read books, and then that's one of those things. Then I do my meditation every day. I read all my books, like How to Win Friends and Influence People, how to become a good leader, and all kinds of stuff. So I really changed my life in a totally, direction. So I'm a new man, I can tell you that.
Wow, that's awesome. In the meeting that we had here tonight, one of the things that I was telling everybody was that, I asked everybody, in the audience that was there, I said, hey, how many of you have built a business before? And only, 2 people, I think, raised their hands. The majority of the room had never been involved in any sort of a business before. And I said, here's the thing. Here's the good news about Monavie is anybody can get involved and do Monavie. Here's the bad news about Monavie. Sorry, there is some, in my opinion, and that is that everybody can get involved. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you've never built a business before and you come in on our senior, junior executive kits, and for those of you that are new to Monavie and are just looking at this for the first time, you're a person who's introducing you to this. We'll give you more information on that. But, the investment to get involved with our company is so minimal, and it actually is just an investment in product. But when you went and did that cleaning company, I'm sure it was thousands of dollars, and some people are hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest, and that narrows the market for that. When you have to invest $100,000 and need $1 million in the bank just to get into, say, a McDonald's franchise, that takes a certain person. That takes a person who's very committed, very focused, driven. That takes a really small type of people to make it to that. So here at Monavie, you can come in with a very low investment, and yet you really still need to work it, not with the same intensity because you can do this part-time, but when you I always said this, when I did the Kiyosaki training, I spent $18,000 to go learn how to become a successful real estate investor. $18,000. So when I made the first offer on a property and the seller told me no, I didn't walk away with my tail between my legs and say, oh, no, this isn't going to work for me. Heck no, I had an $18,000 debt hanging on me. I was going to go do it again.
Yeah.
But when you invest just a few $100s here with Monavie or whatever level you come in, and someone tells you no, and you don't have the drive that the franchise guy had, and you don't have the determination and the passion, it's easy for many of us to go, oh, this just isn't going to work for us. But see, that's the thing, guys. It is going to work for you. You just need to treat this thing like the multi-million-dollar opportunity that it is, and thank your lucky stars or thank God or thank whoever that, you know what, you didn't have to invest $1 million to get involved in this multi-million-dollar business. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't treat it as such.
Exactly.
This thing has the power to change your life. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to share with people on the call, Wayne. I thought before I used to think of, for me it was not a lot of money to get involved on the business, amount of this business here in the United States. And then one thing I learned, and then I changed my way to think about Americans. Whoever's on the call right now, you have to know this. When I went down in Brazil, Wayne, for some reason, because taxes and all kinds of stuff, it's more expensive to get involved in Monavie than we have here in the United States. So if people on the call, they're thinking a lot of times to talk to people, they are afraid to tell people how much they need to start in this business here, you can tell as nothing compares, to Brazil. Brazil right now, let's say if you're going to start in this business in Brazil, you need at least, like if you're going to buy 2 cases of the juice here, and then for $250, let's say that, in Brazil you need almost $500. I mean American dollars. So when I came back, I thought with myself, I said, oh man, this is incredible. I have an easy business to grow in the United States. So I changed the way I used to think about the United States. I thought it was easier for me to build in Brazil, but I was blessed because, in Brazil people, they're very thirsty for opportunity, and then we get to the point in the United States, people they are looking, they are desperate out there looking for opportunity like Monavie. And then I was talking to a cousin today, he lives in Albany, in New York. I said, man, for you to start, in a business like this, if you want to start like as low as $300, this is nothing. This is nothing. Only to buy like a car for you, like, in my business, you need at least $100,000 to start a business like cleaning business the way I used to have. So guys on the call right now, we are blessed in the United States because it's so easy to grow this business here. Just go for it and don't lose the opportunity to tell everybody. Just give you a business card. Just give the product. In Brazil, I used to walk with a cooler, hanging on me and giving energy drinks to people on the street, And then it's really hard to start a business where you don't know a lot of people. I mean, you're not very familiar with people if they are looking for opportunity or not. But in the United States, it's so easy to build this business here. It's very simple. I mean, it's not easy. It's very simple to build this business here. It's just a little money, And then I want to share that with people on the call tonight.
Oh, thanks, Mauricio. That was good stuff. Good stuff, man. And I just want to say, hey, thanks for coming on the call. One last thing I just want you to share with everybody is a business tip. Could you share a business tip for the brand new person that's coming into the business, or maybe they're looking at it for the first time? What kind of a business tip could you share to the new person? And then we're going to have Heather.
Well, yes, it would be my pleasure. Wayne, one of those things, and I really think a good tip for everybody is you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You know what? Because I had to travel 16 hours flying, to get in Brazil, to follow my dreams, to pursue my dreams. And then if you get out of your comfort zone, you can do this business. Definitely. There's no way. If you start watching, if you turn your TV time to visit a friend or talking on the phone or Facebook, whatever you feel comfortable to do it, just do it. Get out of your comfort zone. That's my tip.
Yeah. Awesome. And Mike Hernandez always used to say, or he says all the time, he says, you got to get comfortable in being uncomfortable.
Comfortable, yes.
Yep.
And get
Yep, and you can take baby steps with that, guys. I read in a book somewhere it said, every great company, every great product, every great brand, they've all been built in the same way, little by little, step by step. There is no secret to success. Just ask yourself this: what vehicles have been presenting themselves to you where you can take a step-by-step process to the top? Is it your job? I don't think so. Is it the degree you just got? I don't know. But I do know this: anybody who comes all the way in and sits down in the Monavie opportunity and takes it each step at a time has the ability and the opportunity to do what the past two callers have done. One did it in 3 weeks. Mauricio did it fairly quickly as well. Heather, I think it was 4 months. What else are you going to do over the next 4 to 5 months to get yourself at a level that's paying, on average, around $30,000 a year? Mauricio Santos from Las Vegas, thank you so much for coming on the call, my friend.
No, thank you very much. It's an honor to be on the call. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You got it, my
friend.
I can't wait to come out to Vegas.
We'll be back as a goat pretty soon on the call.
You got it. All right. So, hey, guys, next up, I want to have my personally sponsored Heather Rogers on the call. I just had her on just a few weeks ago when she hit the bronze level. Okay, and now silver. So we're going to have her on the call here in just a minute. And, Heather, you probably want to dial in. Hey, good to meet you. We'll talk to you later. Heather Cohen, take care, hon. Good night. So Heather Rogers is getting ready to come on. And listen, so here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I told you I had something exciting to share at the end of the call. So today we were at the meeting place where our open meeting is going to be here at the end of the month. May 30th, Mike Hernandez, Black Diamond, my sponsor, is going to be coming here to Texas to do a meeting. Okay, so it should be up on the calendar here shortly. Hang in there. We'll have it out there. So we were all meeting there and talking, and all of a sudden Heather got an email. And so she looked down at her email and started screaming, all excited. And here she just got an email from Monavie letting her know that she just won the iPad mini promotion. How exciting is that? So Heather won the promotion and just went silver. A lot of excitement going on out here in Texas. And it's amazing how if you just place a little focus on what you're doing, get focused, and just put one foot in front of the other, how you can begin to move through the ranks in this Monavie opportunity. So I've been working with Heather, I think, since January, and I'm just watching her grow step by step, little by little. Like I said before, there is no secret to success. You just got to keep doing the activities over and over again and not getting bent out of shape. One of the things that I've taught Heather is that, when you're talking to people and you're building a list, you really should think of the people on the list as nothing more than a number. Now, hear me out here. I'm not trying to say I'm a cold person, and I don't believe that people are more than just numbers. What I'm saying is that if you can just think of this on a numbers level, you're sifting and sorting. You're trying to find which person is really open to an opportunity, and you have a list of, say, 50 people. Just think of them as numbers. Don't get too emotionally attached. They used to tell us that in real estate. Don't get emotionally attached to the property, Wayne. If the numbers make sense, go do the deal. Well, the same is for this Monavie opportunity. If the person is not interested in better health and they're not interested in wealth, just think of them as a number at that point. Move on to the next one. But when that person says, yes, I want to get involved in the opportunity, yes, I want to take the product, now it's time to get to know them, to help them in their dreams, to take them to the next level. So that's just one of the things that I just want to share with you guys. It has been a little nugget for us lately, and just helping people when they're building their list and getting through their list, okay? So, Heather, are you on the call?
Yes, Wayne, I am on the call.
Okay, great. So, Heather, new silver executive in the business. This has been the silver lining call. Heather, just tell us a little bit what it's been like in these past couple of weeks in the business. We just had you on a few weeks ago when you went bronze. Now you're at just hit the silver, and we just found out you hit the level of, or not level, but you just earned the iPad. Just share real quick what you've been doing.
Well, I think Stephen Gina Merritt originally said, blinders on, and I'm blinders on, and I'm so glad that I'm on VSET because VSET, I can't tell. I wake up, I'm refreshed in the morning, I'm motivated, I have goals every day. I do sleep, and I get quality sleep, and then I wake up and I'm, alert and I'm ready to go, and it's taken some sacrifice. I drove to Austin and got some people engaged there, and now I have a scanner, someone with a kit and a scanner in Austin, so I'm going to be going back and forth between both cities. Just finding the right people, being diligent and consistent. The people are there. Like you were saying before, you got to, I'm thinking that somebody as a number is key, because, you can get wrapped up with people and you want it more for them than they want it for themselves, and that's what slows your momentum down. And you got to be able to say, nope, it's not their time. Next, I'll circle back. Because if someone's closed and they're not open, and you can spend all your effort and really grow weary by trying to open them. And what I've learned here recently is that, me letting those people go, that keeps me refreshed to find the new people. And I think Randy Schrader is the one who said, you can sponsor yourself out of any problem. if you're at a stumbling block and you have a hurdle in front of you, get out there. There's somebody there. There's somebody new. And you just can, use those people, the new people, to keep growing with, and help them get what they want. You're going to get what you want. But if you want it more than they want it, you got to let them go. You got to move on to the next one.
Awesome. And because I'm your Heather sponsor, there's some insight that I have that I can share, and I'm going to share it. I just flew in here yesterday, and another person on the team picked me up because Heather was doing an HBR in the Jewish community, and I got to say that I was so impressed when I went to the meeting, because for those of you who don't know, if you're not experiencing any growth in the Jewish community in your business, you probably wouldn't know this, but there's not a whole lot of marketing materials available. There's only one product. It's the kosher juice. And so I show up at the meeting. They're just finishing up, and she's taken the time to show me these brochures that they put together. And Heather made this brochure showing stuff about the kosher products, had the income disclosure in there. She found some videos that just talk about the juice. They don't really go into all of our other products, because one of the things that we've found out is that if you're involved in the Orthodox Jewish sect, you can't be promoting non-kosher products. You can't even, be talking about them at a meeting. You have to stay everything kosher. So we've been learning a lot with our new Jewish friends. And so I'm just so impressed, because she didn't wait for Monavi to come out with a brochure. She went and made it happen. And you know what? That's some of the things that we really need to do as a team in this Monavi opportunity. Oh, I'm all about following the system, and you need to do that. But you know what? Sowing a little ingenuity, Jim Rohn talks about that. Just sowing a little ingenuity into your business could go a long way. And she made these really nice brochures. I want to congratulate you for that, Heather. We've been going so fast that I haven't even had a chance to really say much. But I'm so impressed with what you're doing here in the Texas community, not just in the Texas community, but also in the Jewish community over in Austin and everything that's going. Guys, I'm telling you what, if more people had the drive, the persistence, and the passion that Heather has, we'd be seeing more bronzes and silvers and golds being broken. And that's going to draw me to my next question. Okay, what is it, Heather, that is driving you so much? What is it that has given you a passion for this Monavi? What is your why for doing this? What is getting you to go and do all the steps that you're supposed to do, and what is keeping you on track? Because there's people out there that may need to hear this, because they need to have the same type of drive, passion, and persistence that you have. I want to hear it. What is that for you?
The thought of going to a job in a cubicle every day with people that I hate next to me, I have to, fake a smile and pretend I like them, it just sounds like death to me, to be honest with you. I would rather have my own fate in my own hands than, sit there waiting in that cubicle every day, day in, day out, waiting to, wonder if I'm going to have a job, waiting to wonder if my benefits are going to get cut. I control my fate. Of course, God has a big part of that, but, if the willingness is there and the activity is there, I believe the results will come. And so, the thought of having to go, the dreaded, Monday, I got to go to the job tomorrow, I don't have that, and I don't want to have that. That's my drive.
But you haven't always been that way, Heather. You know why I know that? Is because you went through all the trouble to get yourself a master's degree and even study abroad in Australia. So at some point, that was what you wanted, right? You thought you wanted that, because that you wouldn't have gone after a master's and you wouldn't have gone after all that. So now here you are with a master's degree, and I know we've talked about this because we really suggest that, people work a job and not just try to do Montevideo because it's not a get-rich-quick. But I know you've trying to get jobs. And even with a master's degree, this is not an easy task. Is that correct?
No, it is not an easy task. I found myself where, okay, I'm going to have to get a job. And, okay, I go out there and, I'm washed up. There's some new college kids straight out of school that can, earn half of what I know I'm worth. And so I was, okay, I'm going to go get a master's degree. And part of it was to raise my level of recruitability, I guess. But the other part of it was really, I wonder if I could do this. Could I go back to school at 35 years old and, take the GRE? And so part of it was personal development and desire of, can I do this? And going to Australia was part of that. And so, God has a funny sense of humor that I end up, meeting people from all over these countries. And Montevideo just happens to be in every country where I met somebody and connected somebody with. But with, I came back, I have my degree, okay, I've got my degree, and I go out there and it's still not enough. And it's just, a vicious cycle, and you could spend all this time and nobody even, give you a chance. And these recruiters, no offense to anybody that's a recruiter, but they're there just, sorting through resumes to find buzzwords. They're not looking at you as an individual. They use software to scan. Even landing an interview is hard. And it makes no difference if you have a master's degree, to be honest with you. So I realized real quick, okay, the amount of effort that I can put in to, just landing interviews, if I put half of that into Montevideo, which I'm, of course, putting more than half in that because of the momentum right now, but if I could put even half of that effort into Montevideo, would my results be different? And the answer was yes. I'm making money every week. I've got, you've got money every single week. Am I doing that being unemployed? No. I've worked freelance and contract I'm not eligible for unemployment. So the money that I have coming in is sheerly on my desire. And so the recruitability really didn't change. And in fact, now I have another, $28,000 in student loans from that master's degree. But was it, without reason? No, because now I see, wow, I have this global experience. I've met these different people in other countries. I have a different appreciation for, service of people. And, I never would have, gone after to build a business in the Jewish community. No offense to that community. It's just I would never have thought that I would be doing that. But now I have an appreciation for culture and differences and how we're more alike or more similar than we are different. And so was it a crazy means to an end of desiring more with Montevideo? Yes. But yeah, the master's degree, it was a personal accomplishment for me, but it did not turn out to be, what I thought it would be as far as the, just over broke job world. So, yeah.
Now, you know what I always say, that the nuggets can be found in the story. And one of the things that I found in the story you just shared reminds me of something I just said in our meeting tonight. And one of the things I said when I asked people, hey, have you ever built a business before? And most people hadn't. I said, that's okay. What have you done, though? Were you the first chair in the drum section in the music class? Were you really competitive at volleyball or basketball? Did you have a really strong football team in high school? And you know what? In your case, there might be other things, Heather, but here's what I just heard. She wanted to know if she could do it. She went out there and tackled it. She put in the commitment, the time, and the effort, and she got her master's degree, which is an awesome accomplishment. And so what I said to the group was, you have to go back to that place where you were when you were focused, determined, and passionate to get whatever it is you wanted to get, master's degree, first chair on the music thing, or whatever. You have to go back to that. And that's what I just heard with Heather. She knows if she sets her mind to something, she can achieve it because she's done it before. It might have been in a master's degree and not in Montevideo, but it is coming in Montevideo now because she's going step by step, little by little, achieving these different ranks. And I was so awesome today, Heather, to see the look of joy and excitement on your face when you got that email saying that you had earned the Monavie Mini iPad. And to me, that was better than anything that I could experience in this trip, because to think that I've played any amount of part at all in helping you in this journey to silver to bronze and even seeing that iPad is worth more than money. Helping people is such a joy. And when you get some finance involved in that, it's even better. I love this Monavie opportunity. I just want to tell you, Heather, I am so proud of you, watching you building this business with excitement, enthusiasm, and persistence. I know I tease you. I feel like you're my sister, and I know I tease you and poke at you and just say funny things throughout the day, and I just feel like you're my sister. And that's what's so awesome in this business, is the relationships that we're building and the community that we're building. So, Heather, to sum it up, why don't you share with us real quick, to the new person, you know what, better than that, to those on the call that are getting a new person into the business, because one of the things that we've been struggling with and trying to overcome and deal with is when people are joining our business on these senior and junior kits, and we're sharing, hey, build your list, do these things, and they just for some reason aren't. Some of them aren't following it or whatnot, and it's been one of our challenges, and it's been something we've been working through together. But I think I'm seeing you grow, and I'm seeing you understand these things. And one of the things I was going to ask earlier is, what kind of personal growth do you think you've gone through to hit the level of silver? But you already kind of shared that. But tell the new people who are going out there, sharing the product, and they might have some frustration. What kind of encouragement can you give them to just keep at it?
Well, I will say, and it's funny. There's a couple people in my business that that have real motivated right out of the gate, and then they kind of lost their pizzazz a little bit, and it's like you got to want it really bad. You need to be fearless, and you start to learn people, and the practicing, the skill to do comes from the doing. All these things that Randy Schrader, has taught us in Monavie has been so invaluable, because, the more you do it, then you realize, okay, now I see where this person's going, and I'm not going to do what I did last time. I'm going to shift and go over here. And so if you're not doing enough activity to be able to hone the skill, then you're just, throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So, somebody that's new, somebody that's old and that's been in the business and they've kind of stagnated, I mean, you gotta be flexible. You gotta try something new. You gotta shift your plan. You gotta be customizable. I mean, yes, you should have scripts, of course, but you've got to put yourself in that place of that person and realize and really be able to read them and not waste your time, and pre-qualify them before you talk to them and really show them something that they're not seeing. I will, and let me tell you that the calling, getting honing a script and getting in front of somebody, keeping a little bit of mystery. Mike Hernandez says, we've got the cookie. They don't know we have the cookie. You got to pique their interest to get in front of them. Once you get in front of them, they're going to see your enthusiasm. They're going to see your confidence. They're going to want some of what you have. And if they don't, it's not their time, and be on to the next. One of the guests that was just here tonight, sharp, smart, into health. I see it, but I just can't do this right now. I'm too busy. But, I know some people that maybe, and it's like, okay, who do you know? I'll work with them if this isn't a fit for you. If you have some credibility and you have some integrity and enthusiasm, then they're going to maybe give you a referral. So that's not necessarily a bad thing that it's not their time. If they're willing to give you somebody else, great. Follow the path that's there. But you got to be consistent and be dedicated. And I had a lot of prayer. I thought tonight earlier when I was trying to think, we've been going crazy for a bit. And I was like, okay, what am I going to say tonight? If anyone does not know the prayer of Jabez and you are a believer in God, I have it taped to my mirror. And every day when I wake up, I read it. And it is like that little nugget that's like, okay, God, this is in your hands. And the prayer of Jabez says, God, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil. And what that says to me is that, we're on a mission. We have people to help, and there's people there to help. But you got to believe it, and you got to have passion for it, and you got to show people and not be scared. If you're scared, or it's natural to be scared, but you've got to be confident in what we have. If you're not confident in what we have, then get confident in what we have, because you don't want to portray anything less than confidence, because no one's going to want to join you if you're not confident. So, my advice to those people that are struggling, go back to square one. Go through the Revitalize book. Get out how to win friends and influence people. Get on the lifelong learning if you're not already. Fill yourself up, and then practice. Practice, practice, practice. And you're going to get that confidence, and you're going to get a rhythm down, and you're going to know, am I wasting my time with this person, or is this someone I can see, sew into a little bit more? So, don't give up. Don't give up. I can't even believe what's happened in the last, 2 or 3 weeks. I can't even keep track of, where I am with all these new people. It's just, this rapid flow of applications that, Randy Schrader was talking about. I was like, oh my gosh, it's coming to pass. I see it. They're coming to pass. I got, people that are enrolling, every other day. I think I'm one away from black tie qualified. That blows my mind. That's in like 2 months. Now my goal is I want to win another iPad. I want to have an iPad to give to my mom for her scanner. I want to help her win her iPad, So the more people that I can help, the better off I'm going to be. But, it's like you got to just get out there and do it, not care what people think. The people are there. The people that appreciate you will appreciate you. And the people that don't, move on to the next one. We don't got time for bitter people. We just don't.
Sorry, my mute button wasn't working. But Heather, thank you so much. Awesome way to close out the call. If you couldn't hear the passion in her voice at the end there, I don't know what to tell you. I know this. There's 2 types of people, those that get it and those that don't. So listen, guys, appreciate everybody for coming on the call tonight. Thank you, Heather, so much for speaking to us. You had a lot of great words of wisdom. I know many people were blessed by you tonight. I know I was, and really appreciate you, Heather. Looking forward to seeing you hitting gold.
Thank you, Wayne.
You got it. All right, guys, like we do every week, I'm going to take this time to open up the line so you can announce where you're from. This is Wayne Yulery from Ohio in Texas.
Heather Rogers, Plano, Texas.
Paula Lazari, Cortland, Ohio.
Hills, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Sherry Shoals, Point Beach, Florida.
New York.
Yep, Brewer, San Antonio.
Connecticut. Mauricio, Santos, Las Vegas.
Tricia Hamilton,
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Susan Restad, Champaign, Illinois.
The Bronx, New York. Martha's Vineyard.